Silver, are you dead, man? No, man. I'm alive. What's up, everybody? Sean Archer here. I'm hiding in my van, as always, because it's the only place I can get away from my kids. Guys, today we're going to talk about silver. Once again, is silver dead? Or is it alive? All right, I did a video a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, whatever it was, on the silver to gold ratio. Silver, is it dead? Is it alive? Look how reflective that is. Did you know that silver is the most reflective metal in the world? It has an interesting sound to it. I just picture one of those rich cartoon bankers like Donald Duck rubbing these together. Anyhow, guys, I want to talk about why silver is going to be a great investment in the future. But right now, it is an absolute sob story. If you are a silver bug, derogatory term, by the way, if you are a silver, gold bug, whatever you want to call them, those guys, and I include myself in that, have not seen a whole lot of crazy gains. Now, silver is absolutely crushing it. It's beating gold, and overall, it is one of the best investments besides Bitcoin or something ridiculous like that. However, silver tends to get slapped around, and it doesn't. Every time it seems to break loose, it gets pulled back. Why is that? Well, for a long time, I would say almost 100 years now, silver has been manipulated. Let's go back thousands of years ago. Let's go back all the way to the time of the Egyptians, when the Egyptian Empire was ruling the world. They had silver pegged at 3-to-1. What does that mean? Well, the silver to gold ratio has changed over the centuries and over the decades based on kind of supply, demand, but also it was the monetary system, guys. Until fiat currencies became popular, gold and silver was money and still is money. However, 3-to-1, so 3 ounces of silver equaled the same price as 1 ounce of gold. Think about that for 1 second. Right now, gold is sitting at, I don't know what it's at today, $2,500-ish. Silver's at $30. Let that sink in for a second. See how far off the ratio from gold to silver is. So we're talking 5,000 years ago. The Egyptians had it at 3-to-1. Okay. Now, some of that had to do with availability of, you have to realize, if you can't find silver and gold is more prevalent, then you're going to have more gold than silver, and it's going to be off a little bit. But traditionally, around the world, I would say anywhere from 16-to-1 to 20-to-1 has been the average global silver to gold ratio. So 16 to 20 ounces to 1 ounce of gold equivalent. That is what most people would consider the healthy gold ratio to silver. Now, what happened? Well, 100 years ago, paper trading became something that was new to the world. Sorry, the mailman went by there. So, paper trading. What is that? Well, think of your bank for a second. And we all love the banks, right? No, we don't. Your bank says, come and bank with us. You put $1,000 in the bank. Your bank says, thank you very much. We're going to loan out $10,000 now, just because you put in $1,000, right? Because they know that in one day, not everyone's going to come to the bank and ask for their money back. So they can leverage your money. They can loan it out 10 times over or more and make money. Paper trading is similar. So it's the same kind of concept. They're going to trade not physical ounces, not metal. They're going to trade basically an IOU for what you have. So if they have, 1,000 ounces of silver, they can paper trade, as much, really, as they do paper trading probably hundreds of times over. So let that sink in, because they know not everyone in one day is going to say, hey, I want my physical silver right now. So they can paper trade it, and so it's manipulated. It is a dishonest system, and it's been going on for a long time. It's terrible, but that's the way the world works, right? Now, what makes silver going into the future a good bet? And guys, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do invest in silver. Well, let's think of a few things. The newest battery technology is all pointing towards silver. Most everything electronic needs some amount of silver in it, from your phones to anything from electric vehicles to electric anything. And looking at the new solar panels that they're coming out with, they require a lot of silver. So we have demand from industrial demand, right? Okay. So if silver per ounce is sitting at $30, and it did a retracement, guys, it was up $38, $35 not too long ago. Of course, the crypto market kicked in, and that kind of brought it down. Why? Because people sold their gold and silver. They're going to make more money in the crypto space, which I talk a lot about that. And then after that, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? When they 10x their money or 5x their money in crypto, do you think they're all going to go back into dollars? Guys, they're going to cash out into gold and silver. Why? Because you can catch another wave. So we have a lot of tech, medicine, water filtering systems, a lot of hospital technologies. Guys, the military industrial complex absolutely depends on massive amounts of silver for their weaponry. Anything from advanced explosives, all this kind of stuff. They use a lot of silver. So you have a huge demand and a growing demand for silver in the future, while the silver miners, the people who actually mine, and there are very few dedicated silver mines in the world. Silver is a byproduct of most other metals that are mined, whether it's gold mining or copper or iron ore, and they find silver, they obviously collect it and they sell it. But there aren't that many dedicated silver mines. So realistically, for the price of silver to be as far off of gold as it is now is kind of hard to believe. And at some point, guys, that's going to catch up with the price. I don't know what the price will be. I obviously think triple digit silver is a no-brainer. Guys, back in the 1930s, silver hit $50 an ounce. That was in the 1930s, or, close to that time period, almost 100 years ago. Think about the population. Think about the advancements. Think about the technology. Do you think for 1 minute silver is going to stay at $30 an ounce for a whole lot longer? I would bet not. So, just as a fact, the silver to paper ratio, so in other words, what silver is, how many fake paper silver certificates are being sold per ounce is 400 to 1. Okay? Let that sink in. Think about your bank again. Your bank will at least loan out 10 times what you put per dollar in the bank. Guys, that's hard to believe. 400 to 1 for the paper to silver ratio, paper trading. That's, first of all, that's criminal. That is why that is still going on in the modern era. Just blows my mind. Hard to believe. So at some point, this stuff is going to catch this game of musical chairs is going to come to an end, and the people holding the paper, those guys holding paper, are going to have nothing. You know why? because there are no promises. You guys have heard me say the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. Well, guys, if you don't hold the metal, look at that. You don't have anything. It's an IOU that will never come true. So, is silver dead? Absolutely not. Silver's day in the sun will come, and percentage-wise, I believe it'll blow gold out of the water. Gold is going to go up at some point. Guys, the world is hoard right now. The BRICS nations especially. You got, India, Russia, China. Many of these nations are their central banks are heavily investing in metals and silver as well, not just gold. And considering silver is more rare right now than gold, I think there's an opportunity. Anyhow, when that opportunity comes, I don't know when it'll come, but those who have been collecting and holding on to silver as an investment will be very, very happy. Yeah. I'm thinking back to almost 100 years ago where silver hits $50 an ounce. Guys, less than 100 years ago, $50 was not what $50 is today. I don't even know what the equivalent is, but it would be in the hundreds of dollars, at least, per ounce. At least. If silver, let's just say if silver were to reclaim, and I want to say, guys, in 2022, during the COVID pandemic, the silver to gold ratio was so out of whack. It went as high as 125 to 1. Like, guys, that's 125 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. And again, I've told you the average throughout history, the median throughout history was somewhere around 16 to 20, probably closer to 20 ounces of gold. So think about how skewed that is right now, and think about the opportunity there is. If you do the math, it's something like a 16x to just get back to that sort of normal silver to gold ratio. So if that were to happen, you're talking just from today, it's a 16 times your money. Okay. There aren't a lot of places outside of cryptocurrency that you can make those kind of gains. So, as I wrap this up, is silver dead? I think not. When? I have no idea. For those of you who've held metals, you've been sitting there going, when is this going to take off? Guys, it's been heavily manipulated for a reason. The powers that be do not yet want the precious metals to take off. They're holding it back for a reason. What the reason is, I don't fully know, but there is a reason. So think about that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Guys, I'm Sean Archer. Like and subscribe if you will. I know this is a little bit longer than usual, but be a blessing to someone today. I say this in all my videos. Be a blessing to someone today. Honor the Lord. And remember, TIA, this is America. I'm out. See you in the next video.